Welcome to the RaceGrooves Weekend Show for the weekend ending April 16th, 2017. It's Easter Sunday. I hope you had a good weekend with your family. Let's go ahead and get right into this week. Later on, I'm going to show off the pegs, some new cars showing up, and also a little feature on Disney racers, a little something different. But in the last weekend show, I had showed the Trash Wheels Muck Mover, and I asked viewers, how many cars do you think will fit in the truck? Now, the truck would normally hold 4 of the Trash Pack Trash Wheels vehicles, but if I piled them in there, how many would I get? That's what I was wondering. I asked for you guys to post a comment as to how many did you think would fit, and 2 people were correct. 7th Gear Productions correctly guessed 7 out of 10, as well as the Weekly Fun Team, they guessed 7 as well. Congratulations. Also in the last weekend show, M2 sent me a box of their class of 1957, their class of 57 release. You know what? I didn't even know it was coming. It just showed up. And I think in situations like that, I think it's a good spot for me to put it in the weekend show since it's a little bit geared towards collectors. Now, I make it appropriate for all ages, of course, but it's a little bit more of a conversation that a collector would be interested in. So I put that in the weekend show. G.A. Rogers Customs. He said, before we get started too far into this, I just wanted to say that the class of 57 set is a beautiful set of cars. He has 3 so far. Yeah, it's a fantastic looking set. Also, I think it's coming up, I think in this 3rd segment, somebody asked, do M2 fit on the Super 6 lane? Yeah, they probably fit, but I'm going to leave them screwed to the base. I don't want to detach them from the base because I like the acrylic display case. Otherwise, it's going to be a little too tricky to screw them back in. Sorry, no downhill racings for M2. For Truckin Tuesday, I did another Truckin Transporter, and Ghost World commented, oh, I really like the side artwork, good video, Mark, but you sort of got distracted from the truck part of this one, didn't focus much on the truck. Well, the reason is, I have a whole bunch of Truckin Tuesdays coming up, right? I have a lot. I plan on doing it for a long time. Now, Alien, the car Alien, right? Hot Wheels has made that car a final run. We're not going to see it again. So how am I going to kind of make a feature of that car on RaceGrooves? It's probably not likely going to appear in it has been in some videos, you know, like 5 years ago. I used it for a test car for some track sets. But for the most part, when is it really going to be able to be shown? Whether it deserves to be or not is a good question. But check this out. Amtrak Train, the Dashcam Charizard. That truck was released with military helicopter. And that's why in the truck there is an H for a helicopter landing. So there you go. Alien got a chance to be featured in this one. And let's take a look at some of those others that'll be coming up in the future. On the right is the one that I showed for Truckin Tuesday. It has a little radar dish. Now this camouflage helicopter might be the military one that he was talking about. But look, there's another one. It's not the only one. And look, there's even been 2 different types of helicopters with this truck. So I'm going to have a lot of opportunity to really feature, what, a tank too? So that's what I'm telling you. I'm going to have a lot of opportunities to show the features of the actual truck. So you can rest assured that I will. Thursday I did a Matchbox case unboxing video and J Mim asked, does the scraper swivel? You know, when I was done doing the extra bonus footage for this video, I realized that, oh, I forgot to show that feature of this model. You can see that the cab is kind of attached at this little point. Looks like it's probably a pivot point. So let's go ahead and check it out. But yeah, it does swivel, so it actually gives you, of course, if you're out there driving around, you're scraping whatever you're scraping. That's how it functions, so I'm glad that they have this feature. I went ahead and grabbed a few other scrapers from the collection just to give you a quick overview. This one's copyright 2008. It's a Matchbox Superfast 40th anniversary piece. In the USA, I think these were sold at Toys R Us. It's not exactly one that I'd want in this set, but I think they finally got clearance, so I picked one up. It's nice. It's a Zamac, so I enjoy having it myself. Here's the red, white, and blue one from 2010 that I compared the recent version, and it has the same decoration. Of course, I had to get a couple of those because of the red, white, and blue decorations. You have white and blue for the cab. You got red for the business end. That one's definitely red, white, and blue, and patriotic with stars and stripes. This sample right here is copyright 2010. I did not make the time to look out the years these were released. Okay, I'm only going to use the copyright dates. If you take a look at the decorations, it has Adler 58 in the temple. That's Michael Heralda, and Adler 58 is his pseudonym. If you take 58 and change it to the letters of the alphabet, that would be E-H. And then when you spell it backwards, there's Heralda. You got his name on the vehicles. He wound up having over 5,000 decorations. That's quite a portfolio. I hope he's enjoying his retirement. By the way, if you look at the sides been all metal. Well, it's going to change on this one. 2015 white cab. But if you notice the gray on the sides, the upper part of the back is metal, but if you notice the sides are a different color. Well, that's because this is when they changed it to where the base piece would be half of the sides as well. So this is when the casting change took place. And let me go ahead and show you this 2016 sample. It's in this green color, and in the decoration, it's a national park decoration. Yeah, it's kind of a subset for people to collect. There's a lot of different national parks vehicles. So this is one that you're going to want to add if you want a complete collection of national park decorations from Matchbox. In the bonus content at the end of the Matchbox case unboxing video, I talked about the GHE-O Rescue, and I forgot about this one, the 2016 Toy Fair sample. So now I got this one. I made sure to put this one over in my licensed GHE-O Rescue container. So this way I have it with it. By the way, there's a 5-pack coming out with a new green sample. We should see that sometime very soon. This week I had a sponsored video from Mattel, thank you very much, with their Fast and Furious line. Sent me a whole big box. Dragon Raid said, thank you for reviewing these toys. I wanted to know what they were like. And I've been seeing them in the store. As a matter of fact, in the weekend show, you're probably seeing, I know people said because they commented, but they seen a couple sets sitting there. And I just kind of was waiting, just because of my policy on my channel. I'd get to them eventually, but thankfully, I got a sponsorship deal from Mattel, so I was able to do them sooner. Michael Mathis Jr., awesome partnership. Well thought out play sets. The scale of the kit cars is nice. Enjoyed the video. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, you know what? One of the things they sent, there's at least 4 different kit cars, and you can swap out the wheels. They have alternate sets of wheels you can put on, bumpers, accessories, attachments. For kids, I think the kids are going to like the play sets. And they have an app to where you can shoot your own, you can make your movies and put explosions, sound effects and stuff. Yeah, it's a very well thought out line. Mattel has done a good job. Random stuffs. I like your video, and I also like Mattel F&F cars. Support from India, bro. Keep it up. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, India. Appreciate it very much. RaceGrooves worldwide, right? I'm not just USA. I am worldwide. So thank you for watching all over the world. Thank you very much. Steve Goodwin. Makes me wonder why it took 7 movies to start getting these cars. You would think that with this being a car movie franchise that we would have some sooner. Well, I don't know where you're at, but you know what? Mattel's had Fast and Furious cars in the basics, right? Some of the cars definitely appeared in the basics, but not only that, they've had like 8 car sets. And I think those are starting to become available around the globe in various regions. I don't know where you are if you've got them. But I think there's already been 4 sets of Fast and Furious cards. Now, they have not had play sets and accessories and all this other stuff, too. You know, Jada might have had the license for that stuff. I can't answer to that. I don't know. But Mattel's not the only people making Fast and Furious stuff. And they've also been doing it for a few years as well. Now, let's do a couple pieces of fan mail. Here we have another one from Melky Dizek. There's me doing a dab. There's Jeremy driving. And there's Amanda. I am married, by the way, but you know, my wife, she does not like being in pictures or cameras. She's not even on Facebook, but even when we were on Mythbusters, she didn't even want to be on the Mythbusters show. That's okay, that's up to her, you know. He also sent a letter. I'm going to respond to a couple points on here. He was asking, do I watch the Warriors? He's a Warriors fan, and I'm looking at his zip code, and he's up there in Northern California. So he's talking about the basketball team, I believe. You know what? I don't hardly watch any sports at all. Sorry. Enjoy watching your team. And even with sports, there's driving. He asked, do I like to watch Inigo Anton, the 11-year-old, or Anton, the 11-year-old race car driver in the Philippines? His dad likes to watch Inigo Anton commercial. He says his church pastor was Guillermo. And anyways, I had not known about this young man. I looked up online. I wish him all the success in the world. And I got a letter too from Aggie. Dear Mark, my name is Aggie. I am a 9-year-old boy. I've been watching your videos for 5 years. You are my favorite channel. Thank you very much. I have learned from you about the Hot Wheels Gas Monkey Corvette and kit. That's the Knight Rider car. That's a black Knight Rider kit. I am still looking for the Corvette. If you have a Matchbox Ford RS200, can you put it in one of your videos? Thanks, Aggie. Hey, Aggie, I looked before. I don't have a sample of that, unfortunately, so it won't be appearing in a video. But thank you very much for asking. I'm gonna have to get one for the collection soon. By the way, I have started a Patreon account. If you'd like to support what I do here on RaceGrooves, thank you very much to Joseph Smith, for becoming a supporter. For $5 pledge, you get a shout out in the RaceGrooves Weekend Show. Now, if $5 too much, that's fine. If you want to donate $1 a month, right? If you want to pledge $1 a month, I'm going to be shooting some videos like Truckin Tuesday. A lot of times I have that done early, right? And then so it's waiting there, and then it just publishes on Tuesday. Well, I decided if you're a $1 pledge, I'll give you a link and you can watch it early. So that's a little bonus for Patreon supporters if you'd like. If not, it'll show up on Tuesday. It's just like an early bird bonus for Patreon supporters. Now, after write-up coming up next, let's go ahead and do a little off the pegs video with some new series from Mattel. This is at a USA Walmart store. If you look at the Disney car section, hardly anything on the pegs. And that's because I'm sure Cars 3 is right around the corner. So I'm sure we're going to see some Disney Pixar Cars 3 die-cast toys, collectibles, coming soon. There you see the Fast and Furious that I just showed this week. Hey, these Matchbox looks pretty much like what I showed in my Matchbox unboxing video. And over here, sure caught my eye. Here we have a new series. Looks like it's called Racing Circuit. These are $2.14. 10 cars in the bunch. I'm just going to let the video roll and you can check them out yourself. Here's some pics of the cars. I put them in order 1 through 10, and you can see the names of the cars now in case I went by too fast earlier. Out of these 10 cars, I only picked up 3. Yeah, that's it. At a $2.14 price point, I'm a bit more picky as to what I'm going to pick up. Diora 2, there's no way I'm going to let that pass. But how come they can't include surfboards? You charge double for the price of the car. How come you can't put surfboards in there? This is definitely for collectors, right? So I definitely had to pick him up. The Ford Falcon race car. Now, I don't think I have too many samples of this car, so it's definitely nice to pick this one up. And why did I get this? Why did I get the 71 Buick Riviera? Well, guess what? These were the only two cars that were in what we call authentic race team blue. And you know what? I'm just going to pick up the blue ones because those are more in line with what the race team decos originally were intended to be. And I already told you I picked up this one because I don't have that many samples. And you know what? I did not look. Sorry, I don't think I got the back end of all the cars. But I don't think any of them had decorations on the back of the cars. Sorry, I did not look. But why do I have a pin board? Well, I like to collect pins too. Sometimes the two collide. Disney Racers, maybe you've seen the Disney Racers. I've done videos on the Disney Racers models. And my birthday was recently, so my daughter, she goes down to Disneyland, picked me up some Disney Racers pins. These are not cheap, by the way. Look, $27.99 for a pack of pins. How many are in here? 5. Contains 5 pins. So basically the pins cost over $3 each. No, $5 each. $6. 5 into that would be $5.50 each. But she has an annual pass, annual card member. What's it called? Pass holder. I was an annual pass holder many years ago. So these are the possible cars that we can get. Now, there's probably some of these cars that I would like to have. It'd be fantastic if I got Woody. But is Stitch in here? I thought I seen Stitch. Oh, there he is. Stitch is a small car. That could be kind of neat to have as a pin. But you know, I like the cars. And now they're going to combine the Disney Racers cars. And they make pins out of the Disney Racers car. It's a little bit, I don't know. It's a nice gift. Hopefully I get what I like. And if not, we're gonna go down to Disneyland soon, and I could trade these pins for maybe other pins that I'll collect. I'm gonna show you these pins coming up in a second. So let's see which ones I got. This one here. Let's see. Is that that's not Cruella de Vil? I don't think. I'll have to ask Amanda which one that is. I'm not sure. Let me tell you, she's the Disney expert, so she always quizzes me. I know him, Tigger. The wonderful thing about Tiggers is he falls on the floor. I'm sure that Amanda's going to want me to give her this Tigger. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. This one here, I'm not sure which one this one is here. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, that's a guy. I don't know. I know he's a Disney character. I'm not sure which movie. Kind of looks like Roger Rabbit, but maybe not. And last but not least, oh, I did get Stitch. Very cool. You know what? They did give me, she has opened up a couple packs. I'll show those in just a second. Since I got my camera here, let's go ahead and look at my pin collection. Now, this is just some of it. I have it organized. Now, look, I worked for the post office, so it was kind of nice to get pins from the post office. Sign language, I know sign language. I was a mail handler, so there's the mail handler pin. Look, I had accrued 500 hours of sick leave, and then they gave me a pin for 750 hours. But then when I got to over 1,000 hours of sick leave saved up, no more pins. So, yes, and I'm sure you've seen it. I did have an official RaceGrooves collectible pin. Well, I don't know if it's... I was doing birthday parties for kids, right? So the birthday child, I would give this pin. But unfortunately, sometimes all the kids at the party would want a pin. They cost $5 to make. And when you got 20 kids at a party, give away $5. That's $100. That's a little too much to just give away. So they only went to the birthday boy. Of course, I collect red, white, and blue. So I got Captain America, baby Captain America, Mickey Mouse, of course. This is from, I think, I might have got this from Las Vegas, M&M Factory. This is just a funny one. Remember this was a commercial? I don't remember, but I thought the pin was so cute that I picked it up. Now over on this side, it's kind of vacation. Well, you know what? I like music, right? So I went to concerts, Rolling Stones, U2. So I only have a couple. There's another one I have for Willie Nelson. I didn't have room to fit on the board. But these are from Las Vegas. M&M's, GameWorks. I don't know if they're even there anymore. Check this out, a Jaguar pin. You know video game systems? Yeah, Atari had Jaguar. That's probably the last system they had. So these are kind of like vacation pins. Chicago, different places we've been to. Big Bear, that's here in Southern California. And if I can pick up a pin, that's the location, as well as red, white, and blue. That's what I'm going to pick up. By the way, these over here, España and Victoria, Canada. These are not, I didn't go here. What happened is like when relatives go and then they want to bring you back a little something from their trip, it's easy for them to pick up a pin. So that's how I wind up with those. Down in this corner, these are more Disneyland pins. The ones that they have moving features, these are pretty cool to have moving features. The wheels turn on this one. I like tropical fish, so it's neat to have a couple fish. Here you have look for the bare necessities. Love Jungle Book, so I like having that pin there. I was an annual pass holder, I think back in 2004, actually. That's how long ago it was. And Otter Pops, got cars. My mom, she's an Angels fan, so I got the 2002 World Series of Champions. This one is the Haunted Mansion. No, what the heck is this thing? Anyways, this ride is gone. I forgot the name of it. They're shutting it down. They're making it a Marvel type feature. This one, I don't know if this one moves. Oh, this one does move. I shouldn't. This one, look, Tower of Terror. That's what it's called, Tower of Terror. So this, if you've been on this ride, you know how you fall. Where's the actuator? There we go. And let me get to this corner. Hot Wheels pins, especially convention. You have dinner cars when Otto Cooney was honored. Rob Mathis, Ryu Asada. So it's really neat to have the dinner pins. I basically only collect pins that I attend though. Here's some convention pins. And check this out. The Alamo, that should have been up here with the vacations, but I put it down here because guess what? They were in Texas, in Dallas, Texas. Where does it say? Dallas, Texas. They were in Dallas, Texas back in 2004 for the Nationals. And guess what? Next year, 2018, the Nationals convention will be back in Dallas. So you might want to find the Hot Wheels Convention Facebook page. Follow that page and they'll let you know when you can start buying tickets. Here's just a few more pins that I don't put on the pin board because I want to keep it with the package. This is for Pearl Harbor over there in Hawaii. And this one as well is from Hawaii, Honolulu, Hawaii. And there's the memorial. And last but not least, Dumbo. Oh, I got more. I'm sorry. Here's a limited edition Dumbo pin. Dumbo's, as far as when it goes to have focus, you can't buy every pin. But I love having Dumbo. So this was a gift from Amanda as well. And I'll just quickly show my other Dumbo pills. This one's pins. This one's like a dot matrix. And there's Dumbo. I don't know why he's my... As a matter of fact, you've probably seen Timothy Mouse on my pin board just a moment ago. Here's another couple of them. Just different ones. And here's when I had a membership. 2004, you had the All-American Pen Festival. That's where this lanyard came from, by the way. And last but not least, that one. And check out, there's the pins that my daughter had for the Disney racers. Looks like she got doubles of the same cars that I already had. Here's 3 cars that she got. I don't think I got those 3 cars. So, anyways, up next, Ask RaceGrooves. I forgot, I had one more thing sitting on the table over there to show you. Robert Phillips, he had contacted me and he said that he had something interesting for me and he was wondering if I would trade. And he told me exactly what he wanted in return. And it was easy, wham bam and effortless. And I know I tell people that I don't trade. It happens from time to time. Most of the time I don't. It's because, like, you know, people want to trade for something, but you have something I already have. It's like, why am I going to trade for something I already have, right? So it's really hard. Or they'll say, what you got for trade? I don't have time to go through what I have for trade. Like, I just, you know, hey, I have this super treasure. I just don't have time. But I might have to blur that. I don't know if I flipped it up. But he had found something, and he knew I'd be interested, and made it really effortless. So check this out. Very cool find. And he knows that I would like it for my collection. You know how much I love trucks. 17 Ford F-150 Raptor. Yeah, like that truck. I don't know. What do you think about it? Name, Ask RaceGrooves. Today I got some cars from the F case and G case. For some reason, the base codes on the cars was J53. It normally stops at J52, so what's going on? Hey guys, I didn't get a chance to check my cases to go through and see, but you know, there could be 53. It just depends on the week. Of course, there's 52 weeks in the year, but if they like started on Wednesday and then went to the next one, check your bases. I'm gonna have to check my base to see if I have a J53. I don't know if that's happened before or not. Plush Mario, $89.99. Hey RaceGrooves, today I went to the store and saw some Easter cars. I got 4 out of the 6. Maybe you can do a track time with them. You know, I showed those in the recent weekend show. I showed the set. I showed it in Off the Pegs video in the weekend show, as a matter of fact. And you know what? I should have done a Super 6-lane downhill race with the Easter cars. I just barely got it finished. And I even shot video of me finishing my Super 6-lane track. And I'll have that for the next weekend show. That'll be bonus content showing the final product, what I done to tighten it up. As far as a track time, maybe next year, but unfortunately, I missed it this year. Dark Lord 60411, Ask RaceGrooves, how often do people ask you for freebies and what is your response? They ask every day, especially like on my videos, like my Bugatti Veyron mystery cars video. I get asked every week, hey, give me I need a Bugatti for my collection. I can't afford it. Well, why should I give? I just don't respond. To be honest with you, I usually just delete the comments when they ask for free stuff. Just because, who knows, maybe it's a kid and the mom doesn't know. I don't know. I used to delete it, but now it's like, I got things to do. You know, I can't be supervising people asking for free stuff. I just let it go now. Jeffrey Binion, I am new to this, but he thinks he found a wheel variation on the 64 Lincoln Continental, number 110 of 365. The package shows 10 spokes, but mine has 5 spokes. I have found the 10 spoke in a 20 pack. I don't know if you're aware of this. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you too, Jeffrey. And sometimes there's a running variation to where they put different wheels on there, and then they got to keep the line going, right? Got to keep the line producing. They're not going to change the card art, right? They already made the packages. They're just producing the cars. Sometimes they run out of 10 spokes and they throw another wheel on there. So I don't know if you have a variation to where there's going to be a lot of them out there, but if there's only a couple, it's going to be an error, not technically a variation, but that's an argument for another day. Jungle Pineapple, RaceGrooves, I found a repo duty treasure hunt. Should I open it or not? I never tell people what to do with their collection. It's up to you to decide. But let me tell you, if it's your first one, keep it in the package. It's kind of special. If it's your first few, keep them in the package. But basic treasure hunts are not that uncommon, right? They're in almost every case, right? It's just that people buy them all up. So personally, if you open it up, enjoy it. You get the joy of being able to open a car and enjoy a loose car, okay? That's what I would suggest, you know? Enjoy your cars. Diecast Hunter asked, hey, RaceGrooves, would you ever do a video on the Tech Dex Classic? I think that's a little outside my expertise, right? I bought a couple, right, long time ago. I was doing birthday parties for kids. I thought it'd be neat to set up like backyard on the table, make skate parks, and then have a skateboard birthday party, and the kids can play with their skate deck. I never got around to it. I was busy enough with what I was doing, but I don't think that'll appear on my channel. Sorry. Demas Orange, it's amazing how $1 toy car you bought for a gift back in the 90s had led you to serious crafting tools. Can you still remember what that car was? Don't know. Figure that's 20 years ago now. But could have been the T-Bucket. I'm a fan of the T-Bucket. Could have been that. Could have been Fat Fender 40. I'm not sure. And Christopher Poland, I wholeheartedly disagree with Lightning Lit Spills. Lightning had suggested to put music behind my case unboxing videos. So I asked the weekend show, what do you guys think? Guess what? Everybody said, no, don't do it. So Christopher enjoys the silent or quiet portions of some of your videos, particularly in your older videos when you apply stickers or assemble playsets. Well, if I'm going to fast forward through me putting on stickers, I think I'm going to have to use music and speed it up. But so much content on YouTube is loud and obnoxious. You offer a very pleasant alternative to the noise. Yeah, the deal is just relax and just enjoy the video. To me, sometimes the music is distracting. Sometimes people have the music too loud. I can't even hear what the person's saying. So what's the point? Why even talk? Just play music. Don't get no ideas. Super Built 389 asks RaceGrooves, what will you do when you stop collecting cars? Will you try to sell them? I'm not going to try. I'm absolutely going to sell them. But, for right now, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Now, maybe when it gets near the end, I'll be sure. I don't want to leave my family with the burden. Got a little bug. I don't want to leave my family with the burden of knowing what's good and what's not. I want to make sure that I do get rid of premium pieces if I know that my time is coming near. But otherwise, yeah, you let it go. My family's not interested in it. They have their own collections and whatnot. I'll donate a bunch and have to sell the rest to provide for my family. Diecast TV channel, is that the Binford 6100? Reference to Tool Time. You are multi-talented, Mark. All of us, we have different talents, right? I like to build things. To me, it's like creating. It's like creating videos, right? It's like art. You create something, right? So I'm having fun doing the downhill racetracks, and I'm building the warehouse to get ready for more videos. And I know people want track time. Trust me, I know I want to get to it. Finally, he said that the weekend show, it's kind of it's a perfect blend of power tools and Hot Wheels you got going there. Grand mix of content once again. Love it. Thank you very much. It's nice, and I'm glad that people are enjoying me mixing it up, right? Instead of the same thing every time. And I think this is a last conversation here. Craco, now he's talking about me finishing the Super 6 lane and what I might do with the finish line, the electric part. Get a little piece of wood thin enough not to get in the way and tack it to the 4x4s on the side of the finish line so the finish line won't spin, because I had just hooked the finish line on the top, and what happened is the finish line could swivel if the cars hit it, right? I had nothing holding it straight up and down, perpendicular. So the finish line won't spin. Somebody else I seen built two wooden boxes, basically did the same way. And there's lots of people who have done different ways to mount their finish lines. I kind of want to try to do something different. Because people on YouTube or the internet in general, some people are you're trying to copy so-and-so. Seriously, chill, would you? But I still would like to create. I kind of like to do something myself. Well, I kind of just wound up with brackets. And Ghost Jerker told me the same thing. Ghost Jerker told me, just get drill holes in the bottom and just attach it that way. So yeah, I know that's the thought, but I might want to move it, attach it, unattach it. Never mind. That thing's going to be locked down. And Craco also talked about it because to put a camera on there. And then I told him, yeah, I'm thinking about cutting off the Hot Wheel logo so I can just make a bracket around the whole thing. And he said he was not so happy. He didn't want to do that, but that's the way it goes. But don't forget, sometimes I'm going to be racing cars that are not Hot Wheels. So maybe I don't want the Hot Wheels logo on there. Yeah, I know it's a Hot Wheels track, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it or not. But I did test it out. Look, it came off really nice. Look, just cut really nice. I had to cut the pegs off of the side. This folds up into a set, right? So the pegs were in the way from my bracket. So use the bandsaw, cut off the sides, cut off the top. Just curious to see. Who knows, I'll make a second setup. But as far as that, he says, don't worry. He's apologizing for being pushy. No, you're not being pushy. We're having a conversation here. Appreciate the suggestions. And as far as cutting off the top, it's no big deal. Trust me. I might have a few sets on standby, okay? Anyways, thank you for tuning in to the RaceGrooves Weekend Show. Again, Patreon, if you would like to support what I do here. If you enjoy this show, even if it's the support of $1 a month, appreciate it. Or you can just do $1. They have different methods. And, of course, a couple other videos for you to check out. And I have a lot of stuff in the description. If I mentioned a video, it's in the description. Thank you for collecting. Have fun with your toys. Bye-bye.